Seems like nobody more is joining. Let's start. I started the recording, sharing my screen. Screen is already shared, I guess. Yep. So, so we have created three pipelines which are bringing our data from our sources to the staging layer or the staging tables in our SQL database, right? So, what would be our next step? We had this description shared, right? So, in this, we have to create three tables or files. Say one is DIM customer, which will take customer as well as loyalty data. So we need to join those two tables, right? Then we'll have dim product file. So there is nothing to be joined into product file. If some cleaning is needed, you can add those things, right? And then fact sales would be we'll need to join customer product and sale details, three of those files. Okay, so yeah, here it says join sales, product and customer data into fact sales. These three we have to do. Merge customer and loyalty data into DIM customer, clean product catalog into dim product. This is one file, and join sales, product and customer data into fact sales, right? So for these to do, we have to, if we have to perform joins between two tables or two sources, what we will do, we have to do it on data flows itself. We'll go to data flows. We'll create data flows, new data flow. We'll name this data flow one only, but we will say the same way DIM underscore. What was this? The first one is for customer. Right. So this will need two sources of new customer table and loyalty table. So where did we have these files? So this is on the this is not MySQL we had only support log. Here on the third pipeline, we have customer table and loyalty table. So we have to add these two tables as source. Whatever the tables are in the staging layer, pull them, join them, and create a new file. Right. So we'll go to our SQL databases only and see whatever tables are there. Query editor. Tables. So we have customer and loyalty program. These two files we have to fetch and we have to get it. So we have already link service created for this items and SQL DB1, right? What link service do we have? I can close these files. Linked services, Azure SQL DB2, which is connecting this database. In that, we'll select a table. Fine, looking good. Go to data flows, select a source, create a data set, new Azure SQL database type. Link service is this too. Table name, you can just refresh here. You'll get it in the drop down. First would be cust. Okay. Source options, projection. This is what we are getting. Customer ID, first time, last time, email, join date, go to data preview. We did not on this data flow big, we'll switch it on. And then what we'll do, we'll add the second source also before the data flow debug starts. Coming to second source, it would be same. We'll get a new data set, but link service would be same, right? SQL database, link service, the second one. This would be loyalty program table. Projection, data preview. Please wait while the debug session starts. Let this start. So when we start this, what we'll do, we'll have to merge these two things, right? So here, what do we have? Projection, if you see loyalty ID, customer ID, points, and tire, we have to merge on the basis of customer ID. So what I'll do is I'll add a select here and I'll rename this customer ID column just for the sake of it, just so that I'll just understand what to have, what to remove when we join both of these, right? So here we have loyalty program, customer loyalty ID, customer ID, and point. So what join we have to do? We have to take this first customer table as left join because it is the main table for which is having all the customer details. So this loyalty ID or loyalty table may have loyalty ID for all the customers or may not have, but that's why we will do a left join on the first table so that all these loyalty details will be populated for that particular all the customer details. Wherever it is not there, it will not come. So here we'll do join only.
Shashank, here we'll take it as a master table, which is having less records. That one we take it as a master table, right?
Which one is taking less records? No, not less
Which
records. So our left table is customer table basically. So right table is loyalty program table, right? So loyalty program table may have all the details for all the customers or not, we are not sure. But customer details is like golden copy. It will have details of all the customers, right? So we
we will
have
take
to
any we will take any one of the table as a master table, right? Not
we
only
can take
specifically
any
we need
table
to.
as left table.
Okay.
In this
Okay.
use case, we'll be taking customer table as left
Okay.
because
Okay.
we need details for customers, not
Okay.
customer tables for loyalty programs, right?
Okay.
So that's what we are doing. Join source one would be our left stream, select one would be our right stream, and would be left outer, and we would be joining on customer ID on left and customer ID underscore loy on right. Right. So let this debug start and we can check and we can finalize this. Right. So we'll check the join projection from backside. If something is a problem, then we'll go back and see. Yeah, so we have all the customer IDs on the left. We got the details of the loyalty program also from the right. Great. Okay, so what do? We don't need these customer ID loy again. So we'll again add a select operation here and remove this. Right, all others are fine. Customer ID, first name, last name, email, join date, loyalty ID is good. Customer will remove this and points and tire would be there. Right, so we again will have a select here and we can remove this customer ID underscore loy. So anything else is to be removed? No, right, sir? Everything is making sense. And we'll add a sync here. So sync can be anything. We'll just create a CSV file and put it in our ADLS so that the next step guys can use this. So do we have a output folder or something? Yes, our project data. We'll create an output folder here. Open. Output. This would be dim underscore cust dot csv, right? Okay, then we can just publish this. This data flow is saved. So we'll create a pipeline later for this data flow. First, we'll create the other two data flows also. So that would help. Right. So we'll create a different data flow. Sorry, new data flow. Close this one. This would be our fact sales. One for the fact sales, product, and customer data. Right. So this would be our fact customer sales. Right here, first we would need. First, we'll take the transaction, that is a sales table first. So where is my sales table? Where is my sales? STG underscore sales. Create an Azure SQL DB type. Go to my link service. In this, select sales. Okay. So we will go to projection and see we got sale ID, product ID, customer ID. But this customer ID is coming as a string, right? But we are not getting the customer ID from other tables as a string, right? So what will be our options here? Optimize, data preview, just refresh and see. Right, here are getting customer ID as string. So projection, if we say import projection, so the same way, maybe we'll have to change this customer ID. We'll see at the other sources and then decide what is the other one. Product and customer. We'll have this customer first. New Azure SQL DB. Customer data. Okay. Projection. Right, customer ID is an integer here. So we have to convert the customer ID in this above fact sales table to integer so that we can do this. And we have other thing. What do we have? The other one is product. So we'll add that source also first. Then we'll see what to merge, what to join first and what to join later. As per the data required, data we'll decide on that. Link service, Azure SQL database to product. Okay. So what is this having? Product ID, product name. So what we have to do is, so we'll have our sales table, add product table to this, and then customer ID to both of those, right? So first I'll add a derived column here. In this, I'll take customer ID in expression. I will say two integer of value would be input schema would be my customer ID. The right ones I don't need. Save and finish. I would change the same column only, right? And go to data preview and say refresh. Right, so customer ID, it is not change data to integer. Or customer ID, to integer of customer ID. This is an integer only, right? So data preview. Yeah, this is an integer only. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. This is an integer only. Fine. So now we'll join. This is a sales table, right? We'll join product ID first to this join on the left only. So we need data details for all the sale transactions. So my left table would be my sale table only. We'll get product table details into the sale table and customer details into the same one, right? So my left table is derived column only. Right table would be I want the data from this product one. This source 3 would be my right table. So source 3 on product ID is equal to product ID ABC, right? It works. So go to data preview, refresh. Right, so I got my sale ID, product ID again, so that I'll add a select later and remove what is repeating. Product ID, both ones are there, I can remove that. And say these are all there. And what I need, I'll need customer ID after this. So what I'll do, I add a join here again. And this would be my left only, right would be my source to, would be left outer joining on customer ID, right? The customer ID here, the customer ID here, go to data preview, refresh. Now you need to get rid of the duplicate columns where product ID, two product IDs and two customer IDs, right? So all others would be fine. What you will do, add a select transaction. Here the sale ID is good. Source one dot product ID is good. Product ID derived one column of customer ID is there. Sale date is there. Quantity is there. In the same order we'll get. Quantity is there. Total amount is there. Again product ID I don't want. I got my product ID once. I can remove this. Product name, category, price, stock quantity. Stock quantity I don't need. It is coming from my product table. What I am building is I am building the table for fact sales, right? So sale table would have for that sale transaction, what product details are there, customer details are there. I don't want whatever product stock is there for the particular sale transaction, right? That is not related basically. So I am removing this, and here I am removing the customer ID. I have the customer ID above already. Then these are the customer details, first name, last name, email, and join date. So these would be my required columns. Go to data preview and see. Right, we got sale ID, then we got product ID, customer ID, or else we can put customer ID at the last where we have the customer details. That would look better, right? We can move this customer ID, just hold it and take it where before the first name. It's not moving. Yeah, it came here down. We have customer ID here, then first name, last name, email, join date. Before that, we have sale ID, product ID, sale date, quantity, total amount, product name. Product name would come after product ID would be better. So sale ID, product name, sale date, quantity. Sale date, we'll put it after sale ID. Quantity, total amount, category. If we want category, we can put it after product name. Category, quantity, total amount, price. Quantity into price would be basically total amount. So this would look better. Quantity into price, total amount, right? Go to projection, refresh. quantity into price is total amount. I think this data is maybe not correct. Not we don't have an issue with the calculation because we are not calculating. The price and quantity is not matching the total amount, but we are not concerned with that, right? Fine. Okay. Because we are not calculating anything here, we are just matching the tables. So add a sync to this. New ADLS Gen 2, CSV, link service, the same one, file path, project data, something we have output, and we'll say fact sales table here. Fact underscore silver CSV. So we can publish this. We'll put it in a pipeline in just a bit. So we'll create a pipeline here. In this, we'll add a data flow activity. In this data flow activity, we'll select the first first would be dim customer, right? There is no parameters, and the name of this pipeline would be dim underscore customer only, dim customer, right? So we can publish this. Publish. Yeah. Okay, this is one, and we'll create a different pipeline, which would be fact underscore sales, fact sales, and here we'll have to add a data flow activity. Yep, settings. This would be our second one, which is fact underscore sales. Parameters, no parameters. We selected this, then we can publish this. We'll create a new pipeline, which will basically should uh, copy data from our staging.product table to staging.product table to CSV file, right? So if there are any these to be made, changes to be made on those files, then it is needed to add a data flow activity, or else if you are just copying the product table as a product file, you don't need to have any data flow activity. What we'll do is we just create a data flow and check what data is there on the product table. Maybe we can just change something. Azure SQL database, link service, product, right? Go to projection. Here we have product ID, product name, category, price, stock quantity. Maybe we can change this price into to int. I don't think anything other than that is not needed. We'll change that because when we are creating these files, DIM, we are creating these dimension files, right? We are getting cleaned product catalog. So we would be needing that it change into int. We'll add a derived column. Then we'll select this price. We'll add a two integer. Input schema would be my price. Others all can be string, right? ID, product name, stock quantity also we can change this to integer, right? Yes. And this add column here we want stock quantity also. Right, then we'll add a sync. Sync would be some CSV file. Open this, put our output folder and say dim underscore product.csv here. Right, publish. Okay, pipeline one is not needed. Discard. This will publish this data flow. This is data flow one again. We did not name this or what. Yeah, we can name this to say dim underscore product. So publish. Create a new pipeline. Say data flow activity. Say product. No parameters. Name also dim underscore product. Publish. Right. So we have built all six pipelines, but the first three pipelines are getting the data from our sources to our staging layer. On the second, the other three pipelines are taking the data from our staging layer to the final, say, golden layer or whatever it is, where the end user can use these files for further processing or building dashboards or say data science or anything, any processing kind of thing. So, right. So what we have to do is I'll create a new pipeline and I'll say the name as master pipeline. And here, what I'll do is I'll create activities called execute pipeline activities. And here I'll name this one is for blob to stage. For blob to stage, and I'll select this pipeline blob to stage. Right. So again, execute pipeline 2, I'll go. For this, I'll put the name as what's next? To stage MySQL two stage, and I'll say I'll select the pipeline as MySQL two stage, and coming to SQL pipeline 3, here we'll put the name as SQLDB to stage, SQLDB. SQLDB to stage. Right. So I'll once I'll publish all. Right. So these are the three pipelines which are getting data from my source to staging table, right? So why did I create these execute pipelines is I want to maintain or create some dependency on each other, and I want all these three pipelines to start at single time. So I created a different master pipeline. I put the three pipelines. Whenever this master pipeline is triggered, it will in turn go and trigger these execute pipelines will trigger the particular pipelines which are connected to them. So this has blob to stage. This has my MySQL to stage. So I did not put for here. And this is SQL to be stage, SQL to stage, right? So for So these will trigger them basically. So as per the requirement, I can run these three pipelines parallelly, or I can run them one after the other, whatever as per the use case or the requirement, I can change them. And after these three pipelines have run only, then only I can run my data flows, right? Or else they'll fail, right? Got it? So that for that I will create a different execute pipeline, and here I will say this is my this is for my fact sales. I'll put the name as for underscore fact underscore sales, and in settings I'll select my fact sales pipeline. Right. So this fact sales pipeline, and I'll select another one. This would be my name would be for dim product. For dim product. This would be other execute pipeline. Then I'll create another one for the third pipeline. This would be my dim customer, right? The name would be for DIM CUSP. I have to select this dim customer pipeline. Right. So I have created this second set of pipelines also. Right. So my condition is only after these pipelines, all these three pipelines have run only, I need to run these pipelines. So that is my requirement. Right. So what I'll do is, say I'll put dim product first, maybe, and put fact sales later, and put dim customer later. So only see when you come to this activity execute pipeline, you have three options here. This is on success. What will you have to do on success? Where it should go? That's what it is asking for. Next is on failure. This will be on completion. So what I'll say on success of this block to stage only, it will go to dim product. And this also I'll take on success of this pipeline only, it should go to dim product. And on success of this only, it should go to dim product. So whenever I run this master pipeline, when it get triggered, whenever these three pipelines get on successfully run only, it will go to dim product, or else it will not go. Even if one of these pipelines fail also, it will not go. Right? If only these two pipelines pass, right, it will not go to dim product. Only if these three pipelines pass only, it will go to dim product. Right. So for fact sales, I'll not say on success, I'll say on completion. Here also I'll say on completion. Why I am putting on completion is, on completions means if this pipeline fail also, it will go to fact sales. So my fact tables would be created, right? But I am making that by these pipelines should get this data from the source. If they fail to get it from the source, then these fact tables will not be created, right? So, but here, when I connect in this order, when I say after on completion only this go, even if this fails also, after this failure is done, it will go to this. After this success also, it will go to this. Only it will say for completion only, so that either of these tables is created. But until this stage, everything is completed. In this, maybe one would be failed and one would be passed. So those tables would be, I mean, CSV files would be created, right? So it depends on the requirement. How do you want it? If you want to have the files only if these three are available only, then you can say completion only. Here, instead of this completion, you can say on success. When dim product is success only, you can go to this. When and after fact sales is success only, you can go to this. You can program in that way also, right? So for all this master pipeline, I'll have a single trigger. So whenever the trigger is triggered, these three pipelines will run parallelly. On this success only, it will go to this. I have explained same thing, right? On this completion, it will go to this. On this completion, it will go to this. So, so to make pipelines interdependent on each other, we use this execute pipeline activity and point into that particular pipeline. Right? Got it? Any more doubts in this stage, guys? This interdependency triggers. This you can.
No, Srijan.
Yeah, if you have different pipelines and you want interdependency and time and all, you can have that accordingly. You can plan that. If you want to run this pipeline after say 1 or 2 hours after these three pipelines have done, you can add a wait activity here and convert the time into seconds and add to that. And only after the wait activity is done, it will go to these files. You can add those also if you want to run this, or else This is a pipeline, right? All these three you put in. Why I did not put all the three copy activities in the same pipeline is so that I can have different timings or different dependencies for each of these execute for pipelines. I can have this, since this is having only two copy activities, right? These two copy activities I can have. Then I can have this copy activity I can put there only after that. Then this copy activity also I can put appending to that at the large, but I did not use because I want this dependency kind of thing. Right, or else we'll have options to modify this dependency also. Right, so for that purpose, I'm using this execute pipeline and a master pipeline. Generally, we use this master pipeline kind of stuff when we have multiple pipelines which are related to each other or which are dependent on each other. Right, okay. This is our mini project, so don't think that this project is very simple and all, because whenever we do a project that involves Data Factory and Databricks both and Synapse Analytics, there you will find more complicated transformations using Databricks, using PySpark. Right. So generally, when as a data engineer, when we are building pipelines, we will avoid using Data Factory for transformation activities. There we created data flows and created transformation activities, right? So in real time, what we'll do is we'll add a Databricks activity, send the data directly to the notebook of Databricks, and all the transformation activities will be handled there. There, no, in PySpark using Python for one transformation, maybe at max you will write only 2-3 lines of code. That would be enough. Here in data flows, we had to add a activity. Here fact sales, we have to add so many levels and joins, right? There maybe for all this, you will be writing just 3 lines of code and it will be done. Except for source and sink, these three are there for joins, transformations, derived column. For all this, you will be writing only 2-3 lines of code. And Databricks basically runs maybe 100 times faster than Data Factory also, right? So that would be our approach when we are doing a project using all Data Factory, Databricks, and Synapse and all, right? So that is that. Only topic that has been missed in Data Factory is integration with Git. What we will do is we will teach the same integration with Git along with Databricks. When we are integrating Databricks with Git and we do the CI/CD, right? It would be easy for us to same explain the CI/CD process there also, because or else it will be multiple times. And one thing I want to tell you, so from Monday onwards, you'll be starting Python course, basics of Python. It would be so for say 3-4 classes, then we'll move to PySpark. Then we'll go to Databricks. So your Python and Databricks would be handled by a different person. His name is Gopi. So he will handle those subjects because he is a Python specialist. He been working on Python since 12 years, Python and then PySpark and Databricks. Right. So he is the specialist person for Databricks and Python. So he would be handling, but I will be all there in the same WhatsApp group also. I will be monitoring what's going on and all. He would be there. He would be taking the classes. And I'll come back when Databricks and Synapse is done. We'll come back for the same end-to-end real-time projects we are planning, right? At that time, I'll come back and we both will handle the project because that project would be more complicated, involving Data Factory, Databricks, and the Synapse. Then I'll also come back. We'll have classes together for those building real-time projects. And in that project only, we would complete CI/CD process at the end of Databricks only. In that project, what we'll do is we'll completely build project like it does in a life cycle. What we'll do, we will have 3 different environments like dev, test, and then production. Then what we'll do, we'll take the requirement like a project life cycle. We'll build those pipelines, multiple pipelines or whatever it is. Then we'll send it to test via CI/CD. We would do CI/CD with Git also and GitHub also and Azure also. So we'll do CI/CD that raise a PR, merge a PR, and then send the pipeline to test. Then again, if any changes are there, come back to dev and again send to test. Then everything is done. We'll deploy the same code to production environment. So while doing the end project, we will completely show how the project lifecycle works, and in the same way we will do it. For that thing only, we both will be there because for raising a PR and approval, generally in real time in your office, right? One developer would be raising a PR to build some changes and send it forward. The manager would be approving them. So we will also include like same, maybe I'll be raising a PR, he will be approving, or he will raise a PR, or I will be approve, and we'll show such that the same project lifecycle process and all you can just follow, or it would be helpful for you to answer in the interviews, or you follow when you're going to your next job or things like that, right? That's why we would use all the project life cycle, whatever happens from requirement to the end deployment, we will see there, right? Okay, so then from Monday onwards, Gopi would be taking your classes. I'll update same on the group also. He'll start with Python basics, but I would be there. I would also be there on the WhatsApp group. So if you have any of doubts, you can ask Gopi also, but I would be there on WhatsApp. You can ping me also as usual. If you have a doubt or anything, you can always reach me. I'll be there until the end of the classes on the same WhatsApp group. It's not like that I'll not be there. I'll be there till the end of the project because I'll come back for the project time, right? So till the end of the course, I would be there. So we both would be there for project. Nice then.
Sir, I have a question, sir. Tentatively, when will the projects be started? I mean, it will be in May
Yeah.
or June.
So so this is April 4th, Monday would be April 7th, right? So it will the whole Python, Databricks, and maybe SQL basics would take till April last week.
Okay.
Okay, then Synapse would take less time. Synapse would take another, say, 1 or 1.5 week. Then after that, we'll have project. Maybe in the May 2nd week, somewhere around the May 2nd week, we would be having our end-to-end project.
Okay. Okay.
Synapse would not take much time. We would have our project after that. So somewhere around May.
So in Synapse also there is a usage of Python, or like in only Databricks?
Yes, PySpark. We'll use PySpark and SQL both.
Okay.
So
Okay.
since we are already learning in Databricks, we'd use the same there also.
Okay. Thanks.
Right. Okay. So guys, so follow this same project, build for yourself. What I'll do is on the same WhatsApp group, I'll share some project kind of requirements or any real-time stuff, very smaller ones on the same group so that you can work on them to build the pipelines. If you have any doubts on that, you can ping me there or we can work together, right? So that also I'll do. I have some couple of small pipelines to be built. So I'll send them on the same WhatsApp group and you can work on that to build the pipelines. Maybe that way you'll get practice to build those ADF pipelines. But this would get more interesting when you complete your Databricks, where you'll be doing data ingestion Databricks and processing on data, data ingestion on Data Factory and completely processing the data on Databricks and then forwarding the data to some CSV location. That would be more interesting using both these platform together.
Also, sir, is there any cheat sheets on PySpark that will be provided?
Yes, I'll provide the frequent questions that can be used for PySpark. But when you complete the course, maybe you just follow. I'll provide cheat sheets also, but that won't be necessary. You will understand what to use and what not to use. Anyway, Databricks also has some intelligence integration integrated to it, where you can search and find those functions, what to be used and all. But I'll provide some data also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys, then. Yeah.
Shashank, just one question.
Yes.
Actually, I was building. I was performing some activity of yesterday's class, basically the last class.
Okay.
So I was facing an issue, but I am not, as of now, I am not handy with my laptop actually. Okay. So most probably I'll be doing it by tomorrow.
Ping
I
me.
mean,
While you are doing tomorrow, daytime is fine. You can ping me. We'll find a time to connect and we'll solve it.
great. Yeah. Thanks, Shashank.
Yes, ping me tomorrow. Daytime would be fine. Yeah.
Hello, Shashank sir.
Yes, Shankar.
Here is where use the timing, sir, trigger timing.
Trigger we have already discussed, no? We'll create a trigger here.
PM the ADF is run. No? That's
Yes, that's what triggers we have already discussed. I'll find out which recording it is there. Basically, you can create this trigger here also. Go to this manage. There are triggers here. If we say create trigger, these are called schedule triggers, right? So you can select schedule trigger here, schedule item, and you can say what date it should start, and you can schedule the recurrence time like every 15 minutes or every 15 hours or each day, every 1 day. If you are saying every 1 day, then what time it should run on every day. We will give the timing here, say 3 a.m. in the morning, then you can say 3:00. It should start 3 a.m. in the morning. Or you can say 5 a.m. in the morning, it will say 5 a.m. in the morning, it will start. I think there's a recording already there. I'll point out to that, but this is schedule triggering is same. So you create a trigger first, like this. You say start trigger on creation, say okay. You publish this. So whenever you go to your pipeline, you can see the trigger here. You can attach this here and you publish. So this pipeline would run as per the trigger. Right, this is the process. But we have already discussed it, I think. So I'll attach the recording. I'll find the trigger recording and I'll attach it to you. We have discussed the file trigger that is done on the file creation and deletion also. That also was there, I think. So I'll point to that recording and I'll put the recording name and all in the group. You can check it. And even if you face issues after going through it, ping me, I'll help you out.
Okay, sir. Okay, sure.
Yep. Right, guys? So we'll wrap it here. Do practice since the weekend, just go through it. If you have any doubts on Data Factory, you can always ping me. We can connect and solve it. Right, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Srijan.